guys, welcome to another episode of Podcasters with the Faybala 5. I'm your Dungeon Master, Anthony Mullen. What is up, everyone? We have some awesome players, as always. You know what? I finally got them out of the town of Bryanspell. I finally was like, all right, cool. We wrapped up this semi-arc with Jarrell, and Howard got to vent frustration that was long overdue and well-deserved. I feel like I gave that to you. I was like, you know what? Howard gets to finish this. And they finally left town upon a quest. I got sidetracked. So here we are right now, picking up with Finks, Remus, and Howard. They all had been walking with Azoth. Found this little, for the purposes, it looks like a 2-foot tall velociraptor, but coated in colored feathers of either warm tones and like speckled feathers of either gold and silver, or had tones of green and blue feathers coating its body, and its arms were kind of crunched up that it flapped almost like a chicken or like an ostrich, if you will. These big, like fluffier feathers that you could see little hands poking out of, velociraptor stylish in way. Finks took an interest in one and chased it into this tall grass that was this field that was being split by the road that they were on, headed north. Finks running into this field, disappeared. Remus, I believe, followed second. And then after a minute or so, Howard followed in. And each of them individually coming through this tall grass materialized them into a wooded forest with large, I think like the California red, the redwoods, or these huge, large towering pine trees, though, that stretch enormously high, and you could see beyond the forest this now dusky hue where there's this cresp of light coming through. You guys are at an oasis. See, Howard, you came out, I think it was 5 to 8 hours after Remus and Finks. Finks, you had sat down, begun to do a meditation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And I just want to make sure I kind of understood your meditation correctly. So are you just essentially trying to do a long rest?
More or less, I needed to get a different spell that I didn't have prepared. So
Okay.
long rest to prepare different spells.
Okay. So for the time, so you have to take a full 8 hours.
Yeah, to
That would be, so I'll say you did a straight 8 hours. You didn't, I will say, you didn't fall asleep, but you just kind of did a meditative, just trancing with a couple little small religious tokens you come pulling out of your knapsacks. They're probably specific rocks or riverbed stones maybe you picked up. You can place them around you and start to zone in. And 8 hours had begun, and we'll say you take a long rest feature. During this 8 hours that Finks is taking, Remus, what are you doing? You're looking at an oasis. There are these little creatures jumping up and running around in the forest, amongst floating in packs throughout the trees. You see little 2-inch, 5-inch tall creatures flying around. Some with butterfly wings, others with more of a dragon leathery looking wings. Just
so Howard doesn't come in for a bit, right?
You got about an hour. You got about 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, so
by this point,
I'd say for the first, probably at least like in my mind, since Finks would tell me, I'm assuming he's resting to change out a spell.
Yeah.
I spent like the first 4 hours within like, so I could see Finks. Like he's still in my eyesight, and like do a perimeter around the entire thing to like see where we are and what else is going on. Like kind of observe and take note of everything.
Okay. Make a perception check for me. Well, you look around and kind of take in where you're at, because you do remember that as you did run through as you began to crawl through and then run through this tall grass, it faded away behind you. So you don't see this.
I got a 17.
17. See what you got. See what you see. See? You see a herd of centaurs off in the distance, traveling amongst through the forest. One of them, the whole herd traveling us roughly 50, 70 yards away. One of them does split off a bit and come up to about 30 yards away from where you are at the oasis. Takes in a note, looks over at you, looks over at Finks, looks over at the creatures, which are currently running around playing around this oasis pond that has boulders stacking up into it and jumping up and into the little river, or into the little waterfall that is streaming off of it. Goes off back to the herd, keeps moving on. You notice besides that, it looks like there's these little packs of these Tinkerbell looking creatures flying around. Beyond that, throughout the forest, you see glimpses of beasts moving around, maybe like wolves or herd or predatory animals kind of stalking between it.
Do I see I guess any sort of structures or anything? Like any not like structures or like not signs, but like markings I could tell were like purposely put somewhere?
Yes. You would see. You would see one looking off behind you. So if you're sitting at the oasis, looking off to, just for sake of brevity, to the direction of which you would perceive to be the west.
Mm-hmm.
You see a tree with a plank of wood with an arrow point, with like almost like the plank of wood with the arrow pointing style, with like in this direction. There to be a, let's see, where is it? Shoot, where is it? A sign pointing saying Willow of Souls.
Interesting. I'll go back towards Finks and are you aware? Can I still talk to him or like?
Yeah, but I'm busy. You know what I mean? I'm focusing, and you're kind of distracting. But you could still tell me things or talk to me. I'm just not going to be very engaged.
Okay.
I'm very particular.
I'll prepare to be ignored. So I'll tell Finks that I've seen something, but I can clearly tell he's busy, and I'll just kind of hang out to see if anyone else comes back, since you're focused on this, and I don't really want you to die, I guess, since we don't know where we are. But there's a Willow of Souls apparently nearby, and I think that'd be pretty cool to check out.
That sounds interesting. We'll take a look later. Just give me a couple more hours.
You got it. I'll just kind of hang out with him.
Make a wisdom check for me real quick. Thanks.
20 non-natural.
All right. I should say that should be a constitution check. Actually, it wouldn't be a wisdom.
It would have been the same.
still high enough. You're very distracted. You're currently in the process of something important. High of a roll. You did take in what Remus did say.
Okay.
Remus, I need you though to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, geez.
As you're walking over, just kind of paying mind. It's a little quiet in the forest, but you do hear the movement of creatures and buzzings,
17?
You start to feel a paranoia as if something's watching you. Kind of every direction you turn, you feel like something, but maybe it's just your head playing tricks on you.
I will keep very alert guard of us while we sit here and wait for things to do whatever he's doing.
Okay. By the end of this part, we'll say, Howard, you come walking through the tall grass, and the stalk begins to fall away, and you turn around again, looking for Azoth, and you see an empty forest. Spin back around, you're looking at the oasis. Finks is wrapping up a meditative pose, it appears. Remus is sitting around him.
Okay. I believe last time Howard tried to walk backwards to see if he could walk back out
Yes.
the way he came in. And after he realizes that that's a no-go, he's going to walk back to the group. Where are we?
Need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, by the way.
Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, geez. Wisdom. What is it? It's an 18.
18. As you're walking
Saving throw,
off,
right? Yeah.
as you're walking off by yourself to see how far backwards you can go, or go from kind of like where you came. As you're pushing to that 150 foot mark, you're getting the creepy sensation that you don't know where you're at, and there could be things within the trees looking at you or watching you from behind.
Yep.
So
I'll make my way back to the group. Hey guys, where are we?
Would you mind talking somewhere else, please?
Sorry.
Howard, can't you see he's busy? Come with me. Come with me.
I gotta start these rocks all over again. Hold on.
Oh, dude, that's oh god, the rocks. Howard, we're somewhere. Seems magically-ish. There have been like fairy-ish sprite creatures, some centaurs. There's definitely something watching us. And then I don't know what Finks is doing. He's trying to do some other spell soon so we can figure out where we are, maybe. I don't know. But we're near a place called the Willow of Souls. And I feel like we should go there soon. There was a sign. It's over there to the west. I can show you, but it's the only thing that seems like a lead, or like somewhere instead of just sitting here.
That's
perception checks.
That's true. Yeah.
What?
Make perception checks.
Ooh. 11.
11.
Oh god, 3.
All right, cool. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose we could head over there. That's fine. However, I think Azoth was behind me. I'm not sure. So, and Finks, I know you just started over again, but how long will it take you to finish up whatever you're doing?
Longer now.
I'd say he's got about 3 hours, maybe 4, maybe 4 now. We really should be walking away from him, not towards him.
Oh, gotcha. I thought Wes was that way as I start walking over where he was setting up his little stone.
Here, I'll show you where the sign is. We can
Oh.
we can take a quick trip and leave him be in the silencer. It's not far. We can still see him, so he's
You mean
safe.
that way. Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
So we walk over.
We'll walk over to the willow.
Well, to see the sign pointing
okay.
towards the
Yeah,
willow.
yeah. Gotcha.
You go over to one of the pine trees, one of the bases of them, and there is a foot-long sign with the little carved off little arrow direction pointing off, and it says Willow of Souls.
All right, cool.
Just carved into the wood.
Seems like somewhere.
Gonna look like keep an eye out. Do I see like a little bird velociraptors, particularly one with a wand?
Make make an active perception check looking for this. I'll let you re-roll your
Okay. Slightly better. 13.
13. You do not.
Okay.
You do not. I mean, you see the velociraptors in general all jumping in and playing and everything still. And they're all clicking and making noise at each other. And
Jurassic Park.
yeah. Not Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World.
Not that either. Something. Anyway, so you see the sign. You do not see the little wand at all being carried around by a little creature.
Okay. So I guess let's head over to the Willow of Souls.
Well, we gotta wait for Finks first. We can't just leave him here.
Oh, I mean, he said he was going to be several hours, I thought. Finks, you did say several hours, right?
He totally did, but I don't know anymore. This is like the 4th time I've dimension shifted, I think. And
yeah, I've given up.
I really like having the things consistent, at least around me. So I want to keep both of you nearby.
Okay. That sounds good.
So we go back to Finks.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, while we're waiting for Finks to finish up, I'll kind of go through like my book and go over like my notes and see if anything registers as far as like the dreams that I've had and anything like just correlating with my notes that I would have had written down previously.
All right. Make a currently with the book. Make a wisdom check.
Okay. Ooh, 18.
18. And what book specifically? So you're going through your
My spell tome book thing.
Okay.
Book of Shadows.
You're going through that, and you are trying to see if that relates to anything as far as the visions.
Yeah, like if I'm like basically cross-checking my notes with my visions and then like things I've learned from the other books that I've picked up and read.
Okay. You go through and I don't know if I'm missing this. What are you trying to pull from this? You're just trying to check and see.
He's just basically just to kill time. He's just cross-checking his notes to see
Okay.
like, what he's learned in the meanwhile, and then like what I've written down in the past, and see if like anything's clicking for himself, and just like going on from there.
With 18, with the newer developments, then you don't remember seeing anything about a comet. You do start to make the connection that you may need to travel to a different plane to get to this beach.
Okay.
From making connections from how bringing up the city of Carcosa, bringing up the black sand to the daughters at the Divine Stacks. They do not know of a beach that has this. So if you're trying to travel this, it must be on a different continent or on a different plane. You assume that this lost temple is connected to either being the city that you went to or being at the city.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
I'm just waiting for Finks.
All right, cool. We go 3 more hours goes by. It's been 8 hours, Finks.
Okay. All right, so I'll pack up all this stuff and call over Howard and Remus, let them know I'm done.
Okay.
And I kind of want to try to get attention on the raptor guy that brought us in here in the first place. If I can kind of call him over, see if he responds.
You look around. No, he actually would. You don't have to make a. He probably would have stayed. He would have stayed within range of you. You just kind of calling over to him. He kind of bobs his way over.
Give him a little bit of rations, and then while he's eating, I'm going to cast the tongue spell on him.
Okay. And tongue is he can understand.
So creature can understand any language, and if it can speak back essentially. So
All right.
back to us. If not, we can at the very least communicate with him.
Okay. So you begin to feed him stuff, and as you begin to feed him, handing the food to him, you can sense the magic flowing from your hand and into his food as he begins to take on the spell. He just keeps eating as you're feeding him.
All right, and I just kind of close my hand and take it away. Do you understand me?
Eyes just kind of open up like. Because they're not. Hello.
Tell me your name.
Augie.
All right, I give Augie some more food.
Takes it nicely. It's very rude, very basic.
Yeah, my name is Finks, and I am a friend.
Finks.
Remus, Howard, friend.
Finks. Looking at you. Remus. Friend. Okay. Make a animal handling check with advantage.
17 and 14. 17.
Okay. He seems to be taking what you're passing forward to him. He's making connections that he's identifying you. You're familiar to him from before. You're feeding him. Okay.
Okay. Where are we?
Oasis.
The oasis is a lot different from where we found you.
No, when I'm sorry, let me see the tongue. So when he talks, does he speak language or?
You can understand him. I mean, you
Okay,
can,
so they can understand him as well. So okay, so you guys, what?
It's not mental. It's
Okay, so it is verbal. All right, so you guys hear this guttural, like almost like a cawing kind of like voice coming out, like Oasis. As he kind of like points over towards the water, kind of like with his head, kind of like.
What's special about oasis?
Safe here.
Safe from what?
Safe. All. All.
Augie, is there a way back to where you found us?
Back
to the fields.
Don't know. Accident.
Oh, so we found your way home then. Good. Would you be able to tell us more about this place? Is there anything troubling your people?
No people. Herd, pack. Family. Warden can help.
Can you bring him to me?
No.
Can you take me to him?
No,
Where is he?
out there. And make perception check.
Okay.
So you look up.
Oh, that is a big old one.
You look up and you just kind of peer off into the forest in the direction where he looks, with all of just kind of comically all of the other little creatures looking off in the same direction now. Some of them kind of scattering, looking around.
Am I missing something? What's so special about those trees you're looking at?
Nothing. Just vast, distant, big, scary. Ward and protect.
Oh, who? What?
The warden.
Ward and protect.
Can you take us to them?
No. No. See, he reached down to take another sip of water.
Why?
Don't know where it is.
Do any of your friends know where it is?
No. No. Sorry.
What's the Willow of Souls?
Big tree. Big tree.
What's there?
Don't know. Don't go there. But big tree.
If I had to guess, Remus, I would probably say souls.
Well, you never know. It could be a trap.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
don't know about this place.
It's not the smartest creature.
So we find the warden.
Warden find you.
No, we find the warden. Come on, you're gonna take us. You're an adventurous one. Let's go.
Don't know where. And it kind of yelps a little bit. How long does this spell last?
An hour.
The yarps were intentional.
Can you ask your friends? Does anyone here know where the warden is?
Let's see. As he sits there, you see him kind of sit down on his butt. And just, don't know. I'll ask. As he kind of walks over to the throughout the other ones, and you start hearing starts talking to the other ones. They all start chirping and clicking with between each other. He comes back to you.
I'm gonna start screaming like while they're doing that. Howard's just gonna start yelling out, "Warden! Warden!"
This is not what I wanted us to do, but I don't know where we are anymore. Again.
He comes over to you and goes, 2 days, 2 nights. He showed.
Well, let's get going then.
2 days, 2 nights ago. He showed.
Why?
Oh.
Visit?
Do they happen often?
Occasionally.
Huh.
I wonder if we make our way to the Willow of Souls, if the warden's hiding out over there.
Maybe.
What's the warden's favorite thing?
Protect.
What brings the warden? Protecting the oasis?
Yes.
So if someone were to attack the oasis, the warden would appear.
I look over at Finks.
Oh, God damn it.
I like the way you think.
Well,
He just kind of looks at me and goes, yes.
And if the warden could appear by preventing such an attack, he would, correct?
don't know. Make insight checks.
25.
Augie is being sincerely terrified and honest.
6.
He does not know, and he's terrified because he has an idea of what you're trying to do or suggest.
Good. That's what I want. Augie thinks his friend. I wouldn't hurt you.
Oh,
But the warden.
friend.
I need to see Warden. If he's the
Wait.
one who knows the way, I need to see him.
Wait.
All right, I wait.
Howard's going to
Days?
start wandering towards the oasis while everybody's just kind of waiting.
Augie, I hope you know this is all your fault.
He looks a little depressed because he can understand it and sorry. He just kind of starts walking back following Howard.
Oh, Augie, I wasn't expecting you to follow me. You might want to stay back a few feet.
Why?
Oh, no reason. What's that over there? I'm going to try to get him to look away.
Persuasion check, please.
Okay.
The other two wisdom saves for me.
Persuasion. 7.
10.
10.
Okay. As you go to point, he just kind of just looks over at your hand, looks back at your face.
Okay. Oh well. I was trying to spare you this. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast one of the biggest trees.
Wow. So the oasis in the middle of the tree. Is in the middle of like this little clearing. So the trees are not near the oasis. Are you shooting the trees or are you shooting the oasis? One of the two. That's
Well, like I figured the oasis is like the water, and then there was like trees around it.
Is there any fish in there?
no. The oasis was empty, so no. It's more of like in a 20-yard clearing in the middle of the trees. There's this oasis with stones and boulders piling up around it. The trees are off to the side, kind of surrounding it.
Oh, okay. Well, then that changes that. I'm just gonna go sit on the boulders for a second.
You go up to the boulders. You see 10 or so little creatures jumping in and swimming around in the pool of water. Make wisdom save. Make 2 of them, and I want to know both of them.
Okay. Wisdom save. All right, 19 for the first one, and 20 not natural for the second.
Okay. For the first one, looking over and just kind of looking in the water, you begin to see a cloaked figure just kind of laying at the bottom of this of the pool. Think draped in like royal garb, almost as if a king. And the face and the body is just a skeleton with a crown offset. If you see this figure just kind of point to you, do it. You have free will here. Other two, that wisdom saving throw, you begin to feel extremely paranoid as you start to hear this almost like something's crawling around in the back of your head. And it's kind of like you keep brushing it off and it goes away. And then you have this paranoia feeling that something's behind you, so you keep looking over your shoulder, just kind of like you feel like something's back there.
Mm.
And then you start to feel like you're hearing insects kind of like crawling up and like almost like they're inside your skull. Faintly. And then like the moment you try to concentrate on it, it goes away. And the minute it goes away, you start to realize it's eerie and it's kind of paranoia, and this sense of fear starts to whelm you a bit.
Howard, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing.
What's over there?
There are 8 of the creatures inside the water as 2 of them hop out. A couple hop up on a rock or 2.
So we need the attention of the warden, and I'm gonna coax the nearest creature, not Augie, but a different one that's nearby.
Augie hops up. If he wasn't next to you, he now kind of hops up next to you.
Okay. Not you, Augie. Go. You seem nice. I don't want to. This is nothing personal. I need you. And I point at another creature.
You point at a yellow one that is completely just mustard in color and has this speckled red feathers now that you're looking at it. Almost this crimson red.
Beautiful. You come here. I'm going to turn to Augie too real quick. You said the warden only protects the oasis, and I'm assuming the creatures within, correct?
Yes.
Just know that this is nothing personal, and we need the attention of the warden. And I'm going to grab the yellow creature with the red specks, and I'm going to kind of be lovingly in Howard's way, kind of like hold him under the water.
Wow.
Get away for the bubbles to stop. Oh no.
Okay. And is it just a waiting for the bubbles to stop type of thing?
No,
Almost.
this is what are you doing?
Almost.
You guys begin to see Howard grabbing this creature and just shoving it under the water.
Until like I feel like it's almost time for the bubbles to stop, and then I'll pull him up. I don't want to necessarily kill him outright.
Make a dex save with disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
9.
All right. You are fixated on this creature as you are looking in the pool of water. With every second, you see the figure within the water begin to lean up, and then begin to stand up and rise. And almost kind of as you go to reach in and holding the figure, you see this bony hand stretch up closer to you. And just at the moment as it's about to grasp it, you feel knocked over and lunge forward into the water as 11 other little bodies are pouncing into you, taking 11 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Why?
We needed
The warden knows the way.
No, I would have just gone down there and tried to steal the crown or something from the skeleton.
21.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw again.
Oh shit. Okay. 12.
Oh my.
All right. So, Finks and Remus, you see Augie and 3 other of the creatures jump out of the oasis. Augie is pulling one of the creatures in the water that is currently limp, and 2 of the other ones that had jumped out are pulling each pulling a similar body. Howard, you are incapacitated. Make a death saving throw for me.
Oh shit. Okay.
As you are in a pool of water, incapacitated, asleep, water rushing
Wait.
into your lungs.
Oh god. Can I? How much does? I want to use Tensor's floating disc, but I don't know if it can hold enough weight.
You guys, I'm giving you reactions right now.
I have to look.
How far away is he?
He is. I'll say, you guys. How far away of the oasis did you guys begin to walk off?
I mean, I'm just.
I picture with like 20 feet or so.
20 feet from where he is.
Yeah, you guys are probably walking. I mean, if you guys see how we're doing this, are you going to begin to walk over to him as he begins to grab the creature and put him in the water? Okay, so I'll say you guys are 20 feet from him by the time he begins to push, and the creatures all bump into him and smash him. They jump in the water. Some of them begin to pull out. You guys are kind of walking over now.
Okay, yeah. If I see he's not moving, I'm using Tensor's floating disc to pop him out of the water.
All right. Tensor's floating disc.
Can you bring him to us?
I don't think so. I think it just gets him off the water. I would have to ask your ruling on that, Anthony.
Tensor's floating. I need to see. Crap. I always forget how this. I just want to see how the roll is. So he's going into the oasis off the edge of it. He's toppling in.
So it says the spell creates a circular
above the ground.
Yeah. So I don't know if it would float 3 feet above like the water level. That's kind of where I'm at for your ruling, since it's like a force thing.
Across the ground. It's a level 1 spell. Let's see. Let me see real quick. Let me see if there's a ruling where Tensors doesn't float against water.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. This ruling check is brought to you by Oogie Games. Military Road, Niagara Falls, New York, 14304. Oogie Games. Buy, sell, trade, use games. They might even be able to fix your broken games. Repair them. Oogie Games.
I don't think a body of water would be considered the ground.
Okay.
Just for it being a level 1 spell.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, just for the terms of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say you know this going in, so you wouldn't I wouldn't make you waste that.
Cool.
By the way, Anthony, I rolled a 2.
Oh, you got lucky. That could have been a 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 fail save. Finks,
Can I
what are you
call Augie?
doing in this moment?
Can I call Augie?
Yeah.
Augie, you have to save him. It was temporary insanity. He's not normally like this.
Persuasion check with disadvantage, unfortunately. He just tried to...
Okay, 22. Here's the second one.
In Howard's defense, he did say this was nothing personal.
16. 16 is my low number.
That's pretty
He
good.
looks resilient to want to help you. But with the amount of rations and with the friendship that you did show it, it looks like it's fighting its better judgment, and it jumps into the water and begins to try and pull at Howard's body. Howard, you weigh how much? Did you put your weight into your character sheet? Are you that?
I don't think I did. Let me.
I don't know how detailed you went on that one. Wait, 155 soaking wet. Augie jumps in to go swim and goes, help! As it jumps in to go help Howard. And you see Augie jump under the body and begin to push it a little bit.
I will jump in and help Augie.
I will not.
I'm not strong, but I'll try.
Remus, you would have better luck pulling out a humanoid body than the 2-foot
Yeah, but if we got both of us going now, we're getting him out of there, no problem.
Exactly. So with the help of Remus, you pull Howard out. Howard, death saving throw for me.
I'm revving up Spare the Dying. Give him to me.
Rev it up. Rev it.
3.
Oh, Jesus.
So Remus, you see Howard not looking good. He looks like he is swallowing water. He is looking on the brink of death. You pull him out, pull him across the grass.
Thanks.
Spare the Dying on Howard, so it stabilizes him.
Dear God.
You see the water go out of his mouth and expelled from his lungs as Howard is now stabilized.
All right, and then I'll give him a... Was he at 0 hit points? I mean, is he up?
Yeah, how does that work? Because I only took off like 11 damage. I still have like 39 HP before I started drowning, so...
Oh, I can say that. We'll say stabilization. You popped him up.
Okay.
You popped him up.
Cool. Am I back at regular like what I was, or
yeah,
or 1?
No, you come back to regular. We'll say just for sake of brevity.
I'm gonna like kind of keep him on the ground. Lay down. Stay down here. And I'm gonna call Augie over, and I want to tell Augie about the red comet in the black sand. And ever since he saw that vision, weird things have been happening with Howard.
That's true, Augie.
Can you help us find this place?
No. Sounds scary. No.
It's very scary.
Make a persuasion check. Just straight.
Not good. 6.
Not he doesn't he looks a little on edge now. Little on edge. Doesn't exactly look trustworthily towards Howard. He takes in what you said, but actions tell more.
I said it was nothing personal, Augie.
So how
Plus
deep
the
is this
skeleton
water?
I'm looking down 20 feet deep. You see
Okay. Oh, you go first. I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I want to hear what you were saying.
The water it goes in, the oasis, it was like 50 feet around, kind of like a little pond shaped. And the walls are like going down is like almost this scooped earth, almost by a giant hand, like massive, almost like a like construction truck, kind of like hoe, like just like scooped it with a hand in size and just kind of formed it and then patted it, and then you see the walls of the of this oasis kind of like pushed in with like cobblestone and like round stone, kind of like packed in there.
What's the skeleton doing?
You don't see a skeleton.
I don't.
In there. You don't.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But you do have the sense of paranoia, feeling that something is behind you or something is watching and creeping close, is getting consistently stronger.
Grand.
Make follow-up wisdom saves, both Finks and Remus.
15.
I'm going to use my side eye too.
15.
Oh yeah.
You don't feel safe staying here for the night.
22.
22. You've overcome this fear, but you could have swore you heard this almost insect buzzing. Not insect buzzing. It's almost insect, kind of like that scratching claw of almost like an insect, kind of like bug climbing up a tree of sorts. Almost like this, that like that noise, like just bug noises.
Bug noises.
Something was coming to get you. It's faded away now, but
we should go towards the Willow of Souls. I think that's the plan.
Yeah, I think I'm not
Maybe
wanting.
we'll stay by there. We shouldn't stay here. Maybe we'll drink some water real quick, but other than that, we should leave.
Oh no, I'm not thirsty. I'm not getting any of that water.
Really?
You sure? You look a little dehydrated.
Yeah, it was weird.
And I kind of give Remus like a.
Ugh. Augie, no hard feelings, and I'll give him a little piece of my ration. The remainder of it. This is for you. No hard feelings. It was basically just to coax the warden out. And it wasn't even you I was drowning. It was your friend.
Persuasion check, disadvantage, because that last comment just, it wasn't trying to be you.
It's a 19 at disadvantage.
Nice.
Or well, a 19 and a 15 plus 4, so.
Nice rolls. He looks at you, a little stand guardish. Looks at the rest of you, goes, "Be careful. Night is scary. Augie, stay here. Warden, protect."
Augie, we're going to leave now. I want you to have this, and I'm going to pick out one of those toys I took from the mansion.
Yeah.
In one of the kids' rooms. I'm just going to give it to him as a token of our friendship.
All right. Token of your friendship. You hand it off to him. Kind of grabs it with these little claws. He's like, "Friend, Finks." Kind of nuzzles up next to you.
Yeah, I'll give him one back, and then till next time.
"Friend." And you guys are going to head off towards the direction of the Willow of Souls.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. And with that, guys, we'll pick up there next week. Next session, actually about 10 or so minutes for our other players as they find out that there are some consequences to what has happened and what will be transpiring from here. Till then, guys, please keep supporting us. Check us out the stream on YouTube, as well as the episodes on the network at bicbp-radio.com. There's a bunch of podcasts there. Click the podcasters link. Check it out there. Listen to us also on Spotify and iTunes. Please give us rate, review, like, follows, all that and above and more. In the like in the description below, if you're listening to this, there's also a link in that description. Check out our Teesprings. We got some t-shirts. You want to help support us? Please pick one of those up. They're really cool. I like that. I'm going to let my player sign it off. Howard, Danny, you're right next to me this time, so you first.
Yeah, Danny Chavez. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram, RatFinkArts. You can also catch Howard's hijinks on Twitter at PodcastersH. And let's see, what else am I doing? I got the Roll for Wisdom, where me and our illustrious dungeon master over there, Anthony Mullen, like to talk D&D. However, we are not professionals, so don't add us. And I just recently started a new side thing with Chris, Saturday night movie reviews. So check it out. All on bicbp-radio.com.
You guys heard it right. We finally got Danny on another show. That's what happens with the network. Let's check it over to Finks. Tony, let him know.
All right, guys, you can follow Finks on Twitter at PodcastersFinks. You can follow me on Instagram at Phoenix Forged. Check out some miniature painting. That's pretty much all I've been up to right now. Just putting it out there. I started playing Neverwinter Nights, that old D&D game. My buddy bought it for me, the enhanced edition. So we've been playing through that, and that's been pretty cool. And I don't know, that kind of wants me to want to try streaming it sometime. Not that game necessarily, but maybe when Baldur's Gate 3 drops or something, maybe we can do something like that. You guys are into it.
Baldur's Gate 3 has already dropped.
Well, not really. The early access. Talking the real one when it's ready.
I hear you. Oh, dude,
I've never been to a gate.
But yeah, I'm down for that. I know we'd all be interested for that. Ricky, Remus, close us off.
I'm Ricky Coates. You can find me at Rick_Coates on Instagram and Twitter. You can find Remus at Podcasters Remus on Twitter, tweeting all sorts of stuff from inside a barrel. I've never played a Baldur's Gate game. I feel like I'm missing out, but I also I'm working on getting a new console sometime within the next 5 years. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. All right, well,
After
guys.
two ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that when Baldur's Gate drops for PS4 or PS5, that's when it's gonna be go time for that for me. That's when I'm gonna have to pull the trigger. But till then, guys, keep rolling.